So when we're finding the surface area, what we're doing is we're going to find the area of every single face and we're going to add them together. So basically what we're doing is this one shows squares here. So we're trying to see if we were to count up all of the squares it takes to make up the outside of this prism, that would be called the surface area. So as you can see, we have this side here, which is a rectangle. So that face is a rectangle, and its dimensions are 2 inches by 4 inches. So it's 2 by 4, which gives us an area of 8 inches squared. So if we were to put little square stickers on it, it would take 8 of them to cover this face. Now, parallel to that, you can't see it, but it's over here, would be one exactly the same size. So we don't need to recalculate. We can just recognize that it's 8 inches squared. So if we pick another face, it doesn't really matter which one. I'm going to pick the one that looks to me like it's on the top, this one. And this one is 3 by 2. So this one is 3 by 2, and so is this one here. So that is also a rectangle, and it's 3 by 2. So that has an area of 6 inches squared. And so does the bottom. So when we have rectangular prisms, all faces are going to come in pairs because it's made up of 3 sets of parallel rectangles. So our last pair is going to be this one here. As you can see, it's 4 by 3. So that rectangle is 4 by 3, which gives us an area of 12 inches squared. And then its pair is back there where you can't see it. So that one is also 12 inches squared. So we found the individual rectangles. Now we want to add them up to get our total surface area. So we would add the areas together. So when we add the areas up, we end up with 52 inches squared. So that would be our final answer, that the total area is 52 inches squared. Now you don't necessarily need to make a table. You could even just number your paper 1 through 6, which is really what we would expect you to do, because it's really hard to do all of this just with a calculator. Now, sometimes you'll be given a formula, and I know some of you prefer the formula, so I'm going to show you that and how it relates to our prism. So if you don't really want a formula, that's okay. You can pause the video, or you can stop the video right here. For those of you that are really interested in a formula, this is what we're looking for. So every rectangular prism has a length, width, and a height. So really, we would recognize this as the length, the width, and the height. So you can see our length is going to be 3 inches, our width is 2, and our height is 4. So for our formula, we have, if we start with what we have here, the 2 by 4, 2 times 4 was our width and our height. And we have 2 faces like that. So there are twice that we did our width times our height. Then we did 3 by 2, so 3 times 2 is our length times width, and we had 2 of those. And then our 4 by 3 was our length and our height, and we had 2 of the length and the height. So this is officially the surface area of a rectangle formula. So you could choose to show it a little algebraically in that sense. That's okay. The point is you need to show it so you don't leave off anything, and recognize that we have 6 faces and we need to count all of them in this type of problem.